Welcome, nature enthusiasts, to a spine-tingling journey through the untamed realms of our planet's most dangerous inhabitants. From the depths of the dense rainforests to the towering peaks of the world's mountains, danger lurks in every corner, disguised as creatures that have evolved to become the ultimate predators. In this riveting exploration, we will dive headfirst into the treacherous world of teeth, claws, and venom as we uncover the stories of the true rulers of the wild. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a thrilling safari of knowledge, shining a spotlight on the beasts that command both our respect and a healthy dose of caution. Get ready to encounter the heart-pounding facts about the creatures that have earned their fearsome reputations as the most dangerous animals on the planet. Before getting into the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Now, without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Number 10. Tsetse fly. Let's take a journey to the wild heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where an unassuming little insect hides a dark secret, the tsetse fly. Now, you might be picturing a harmless buzzing annoyance, but this fly is like the villain in a thriller, a tiny fly, innocently going about its business. But here's the twist. It's not just any business. These little troublemakers carry a parasite, and they're not shy about sharing it. When they bite, they transmit the parasite responsible for a disease called sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness is a potentially fatal disease that can wreak havoc on both humans and animals. It's like a nightmare straight out of a horror movie, with symptoms ranging from fever and fatigue to confusion and, well, a whole lot worse. Number 9. African lion. We might associate them with Simba and Mufasa. These feline rulers are no mere Disney characters. They're the real deal, complete with all the regal power and a dash of danger. They've got the looks, the attitude, and a roar that can give you goosebumps. But here's the twist. They don't just roll out the red carpet for anyone. If they sense a threat, and that includes humans, they're not afraid to defend their turf. Well, imagine wandering into a lion's territory during dinner time. If their usual prey is scarce, they might start looking at you like an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's a sobering reminder that, in the wild, survival instincts run deep. Number 8. Cone snail. Now, don't let its innocent snail-like appearance fool you. This tiny marvel of the sea is armed with venomous harpoons that would make James Bond's gadgets jealous. Imagine a snail with a secret weapon that's like a medieval knight's lance, only laced with venom. When this snail means business, it launches its harpoon, delivering a potent punch that can cause paralysis and even death in humans. Talk about a tiny terror. It's like Mother Nature's reminder that even in the serene beauty of the ocean, danger can be lurking just below the surface. The cone snail's venom is like an oceanic villain's calling card, ready to paralyze its prey or deter any curious underwater explorers. Number 7. Polar bears. Get ready for a frosty adventure because we're diving into the chilling world of polar bears. Now, these bears might look like they're auditioning for a Coca-Cola commercial, but don't be fooled by the cuddly appearances. They're apex predators with a side of "don't mess with me." Those fluffy white coats are just a disguise for pure muscle and power. Encounters with these Arctic giants can be more nerve-wracking than a suspense movie. You see, polar bears are driven by one thing: food. And with their icy hunting grounds melting away, they're getting extra motivated to find their next meal. And that meal could potentially include you. Imagine stumbling into the path of a bear who's hungry, on a mission, and sees you as an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's like a real-life game of survival where you definitely don't want to be the losing player. Number 6. Cape buffaloes. Cape buffaloes might look like your average grazing buddies, but don't let that fool you. They've got a temperament that could make a raging bull take notes. These guys are unpredictable, like a wild card in a high-stakes poker game. You never quite know when they're going to flip the script and turn into a charging juggernaut. It's like they've got a grudge against anything that moves, and that includes humans. They're not the type to wait around for a reason to get feisty. A little provocation and boom, you've got a four-legged fury coming at you. Number 5. African elephants. Let's talk about the big, lovable giants of the savannah. African elephants. You know, those majestic creatures that look like they'd give you a warm hug? Well, here's the twist. They might, but they might also give you a not-so-friendly nudge. Now, these elephants might seem all zen and peaceful, but make no mistake. They're not to be messed with. Beneath that gentle facade lies a fierce territorial streak that even lions might think twice about. You see, they've got a my turf, my rules mentality, and they're not afraid to enforce it. When an African elephant decides it's time to flex those tusks, it's like watching a bulldozer come to life. Their size alone is enough to make you rethink your life choices and their strength. Let's just say you wouldn't want to challenge them to an arm wrestling match. Number 4, box jellyfish. Well, you can call it the aquatic nightmare. Imagine a see-through jellyfish that looks like it's straight out of a sci-fi flick, all delicate and ghostly, but packing a punch that could rival a heavyweight boxer. These guys might seem delicate, but don't let their appearance fool you. Their tentacles are like a wicked concoction of science fiction and horror. Covered in venom, they're basically nature's version of electric shock therapy. And trust me, you don't want a dose of that. Getting tangled up in these tendrils is like meeting a chainsaw-wielding maniac in a dark alley. It's not going to end well. From intense pain that feels like your skin's on fire to potential death in a shockingly short time, these tentacles are a one-way ticket to misery. Number 3, saltwater crocodile. We're about to dive into the wild world of saltwater crocodiles, the living, breathing dinosaurs of today. Picture a reptile that time forgot, lurking in the waters with an attitude that says, "I dare you to mess with me." These crocs aren't just big, they're colossal, a real-life embodiment of ancient legends. Their jaws are like hydraulic presses on steroids, capable of crushing a car without breaking a sweat. It's like they missed the memo that they're not supposed to be the bosses of the waterways anymore. Found in the waters of Australia and Southeast Asia, these crocs aren't exactly the shy types. They're the kings and queens of their territories, exuding an aura of primordial power. Crossing paths with them is like stumbling upon a scaly monarch who's not interested in small talk. Number 2, humans. The masters of mayhem, the grand orchestrators of chaos. Humans. That's right. We've snagged a spot on the list of the most dangerous animals on the planet. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, I thought we were the good guys. Well, sure, we've got our superhero moments, but let's not pretend we don't have a track record that's a tad, tumultuous. We've got a real talent for starting wars, and not just any wars. We're talking about wars that make Game of Thrones look like a friendly game of Monopoly. We've invented weapons that could make even supervillains blush. And when we're not busy fighting each other, we're unleashing diseases that could make a zombie apocalypse seem like a walk in the park. Oh, and the environment? Yeah, we've had our hand in that cookie jar too. We've chopped down forests, dumped pollutants into oceans, and cranked up the thermostat on the planet like it's no big deal. Mother Nature's giving us side-eye, and it's well-deserved. Number 1, mosquitoes. Despite their teeny-tiny size, they've earned a spot at the top of the most dangerous animals list. How, you ask? Well, let us spin you a tale about these pesky bloodsuckers. First things first, those itchy bites aren't just a minor inconvenience. They're like nature's way of saying, hey, guess what? I was here. But that's just the beginning of their mischievous antics. You see, mosquitoes are cunning little vampires that don't just take your blood. They also carry some seriously nasty cargo. Imagine a mosquito as a tiny delivery service for diseases like malaria, dengue fever, Zika virus, and more. When they bite an infected host, could be a human or an animal, they slurp up the pathogens. Then when they land on you for their next blood meal, gross, right? They inject you with these disease-causing critters, turning you into an unintentional host for whatever ailment they're carrying. Sneaky, right? As we conclude our exhilarating expedition into the world of the planet's most dangerous animals, one thing becomes abundantly clear. Nature's realm is an intricate tapestry woven with threads of survival, adaptation, and awe-inspiring ferocity. Thank you for watching the video this far. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you.
In and out. Covered.